Hi, my name is Corky Baker, and today we're going to head over to a residential well to install and demonstrate the earth straw by FlowJack for you. Now, earth straw is a rugged and lightweight, rapid deployment hand well pump system. And the plan today is install earth straw in a well that's a little over 200 feet deep, but the static water level is about 90 feet from the surface. So I hope to show you how it works and demonstrate how fast and easy to install and use this system is. And since we'll be lifting water only about 90 feet, I'll be working with the ES100, which is a 100-foot well pump kit. Now, we could have chosen the ES150 because there's room in the well for 150 feet. It's a 200-foot well. And that would have provided more reservoir because the foot valve is down below the static water level further, providing access to more water. But the ES100 puts the foot valve at 10 feet below static, which is fine in this particular well because it's a high recovery well with lots of clean fresh water. So before we head over to the well site, I want to give you a quick overview of the earth straw system. Earth straw is easily the most affordable, most universal, and easiest to install hand pump system in the world. It ships completely assembled and requires the operator to simply uncoil the system and attach the handle, and then literally you're ready to lower it into the well of your choice. So the whole operation takes only a few minutes. And I mean, this is really important because in the event that you face a power interruption or you need water backup for your family, there will be a lot of other demands on your time, and you'll be glad that you've taken care of your greatest need, which is going to be water. Now, the ES100 is a very narrow 7/8 inch diameter system, so it will fit into virtually any well. It's flexible so that it can weave around obstacles like a pitless adapter or a torque arrestor that is installed in some wells. And all of this means that earth straw installs and operates in almost any well without removing or disturbing the existing electric system. So that's a huge advantage of the earth straw. This system may be ordered in standard pre-sized kits, or it may be special ordered to a specific length. If the unit that you order is too long for your well, or if you change to a shallower well system at some point in time, the system can be pumped while partially inserted, or earth straw may be easily shortened in the field. It is truly the only tactical well pump system in the world, engineered for one purpose and one purpose alone, to ensure that you have precious water for yourself, for your family, and for your neighbors when you need it most. This system is complete and ready to go, and it ships in a single carton measuring 36 inches by 36 inches by about 6 inches and weighs just 17 pounds. This makes it very storable, it makes it portable, and it makes it deployable with only one person. It can be free pumped without a mount. It's a little harder, but it's very doable. Or it may be installed either now or later. Because it's so fast, you can store your earth straw and deploy it as needed. Because there are so many different well heads, you'll need to choose a well mount in addition to your pump system that works best for your situation. There's a simple mounting option for every well, and I plan to demonstrate most of those for you today. Now, it's a beautiful day here in the Ozark Mountains where earth straw is manufactured, so let's go pump some water. Okay, we made it to the well site. What we're looking at here is a 6-inch casing. It sticks up, about 14 inches. This is the electrical feed. It comes through a conduit and loops over the top of the casing and goes down to feed the submersible pump down below. This is a 6-inch well cap, not a seal, but a cap. You can see that it's attached, secured to the casing by the 3 bolts around the perimeter. So we're going to pull that off and take a look at what's inside. You never know what to expect. Okay, that should do it. There we are. You never know what to expect. What we have here is sort of a tangle of wires that feed the pump, and they drop right down to the system. What we're going to do is switch this old cast iron well cap out with one that's made for the earth straw. We have kits available, including a hole saw that makes it super easy to drill this cast aluminum. And so it leaves a hole in some location where it was originally, just place a cap in place like that, and then put your gripper in the location that best serves your particular well and put it in place. Okay, we got him cinched up nice and tight. This particular cap is a 6-inch. We have 4-inch, we have 8-inch, we even have 2-inch available, and there are a number of different adapters available. We'll go into that in more detail in just a few moments, but now it's time to put your earth straw into position. So here's the system. All we've got to do is remove and attach the handle, uncoil this, and it is ready to load into the well. So let's get to it. Okay, so this is the carbon fiber sucker rod assembly. And it slips over the stainless wire and inserts. Okay, it's flexible, goes on down. Press him in until you hit the mark. And then what you'll see here is the stainless wire extends out of the top of this with a stainless steel ball termination. Okay, so that was easy. Now we have the sucker rod assembly in place, and you'll notice that there's a stainless steel wire that exits the top. It has a small stainless bead which serves as a stop at the very end, and this machine component comes in the parts bag, slips through the slot on the side, the stainless steel bead embeds to the top of it. Then all you have to do is close the gap at the bottom, because what you don't want is your wire to exit. So using a pair of vice grips secures it nice and tight. Press it down into the hole, and it's ready to be locked into place with a handle. Handle just threads over the top. You cinch him up nice and tight, but not too tight. And now we're ready to install your earth straw into the well. So let's get going on that. Okay, so we're going to pull him on down and get it stretched out in the yard. Okay, so we have it stretched out. You might need to flip it around a couple of times to get it nice and straight. Okay, if it's warm, then it won't take long and your coil is going to lay out nice and straight. If it's a little cooler like it is today, then you may have to give it some help, because you don't want it to hang up as you lower it into the well. So it's pretty easy just to straighten out by overbending. Take you a second, get the first 15-20 feet fairly straight like that, and it should slip right down in the well. You can lower the system down into the well. It goes really fast. The whole thing only weighs 17 pounds. Final couple of feet. Cinch this up nice and tight, and then spin your outlet around where you want it to be. And the system comes with a 2-foot filler hose, and this is a quick connect. So insert the hose until it stops, and now you can fill a bucket. Okay, it's so easy to pump. Just so easy. And we're lifting water from 90-something feet. And you can see that the system actually produces more than a faucet. Oh, depending on how hard you pump, how fast you want to go. What's great about this system is you can vary the stroke. So you can pump here, you can pump here. It has a huge stroke on it. And it produces a lot of water for you and your family. So the earth straw is super easy to install. It's super easy to transport. It is the simplest, most innovative pump probably in the world. In the next segment, I'm going to spend a few minutes with you talking about some of the various options available for your earth straw, as well as go into some of the detail for the various adapters that we have available so that we can adapt earth straw to your particular well. There are lots of options available, so let's get to it. We're back at the plant now, and what I wanted to do is run through some of the mounting options for earth straw with you. Now, earth straw is shipped with no mounting option whatsoever, so that you can choose the one that works the best for you in your well situation. But for emergency deployment, quick deployment, we have something called a well casing clamp that looks like this. And it simply comes out of the box, drops right down into the casing, tightens up with a T-handle, nice and secure to the well casing like that, and your earth straw will drop right down through the gripper nut and tighten off so that you can begin pumping. So that's a really good option for fast deployment. Now, generally there are two different ways to cover a well casing. There's either the well cap, very similar to what we used earlier in the installation, which goes over the outside of the casing, or there's a well seal, which actually goes on the inside of the casing. And a well seal has a rubber donut in the center. There's a hard lower and a hard upper, mounts into the casing like that. And when these four bolts are tightened up, it squishes the rubber seal out against the interior of the casing so that it can grip it and hold it in place. Now, by far, the most popular well casing size across the country is 6 inches. In fact, that's what this is here. That's always measured on the ID of the casing, like this. 6 inches. That's how you can tell how big your casing is. However, along the coast in the southeastern part of the country, it's very, very common to find casings as small as 2 inches in diameter. Very small. Now, earth straw is one of the very few pump options available for a 2-inch casing, but it does require an adapter. So what we have is a really small 2-inch well seal. It has the rubber donut in the interior. It comes with a gripper. It loads up into the casing like that. These 4 screws around the top of it tighten up to squish the rubber out, and then your earth straw is simply loaded into place and locked down for pumping. Other than free pumping, which is holding earth straw by your hand, literally pumping it in midair, the only other option for you for a 2-inch casing would be the 2-inch well seal that we offer. For 4-inch well casings, we have both the well seal and the well cap, both of which come with the grippers ready to receive an earth straw and lock it into place for tightening. The well seal has 4 bolts along the top of it to lock it into place. The well cap fits over the casing again and has 4 bolts around the perimeter for tightening it into position. In addition to the 6-inch well cap that we used in the installation earlier, we also have a 6-inch well seal, which comes with a gripper. Again, you insert this seal into your casing, tighten it up with the bolts on top, and lower your earth straw through the gripper and lock it into place for pumping. Now, the 6-inch well seal also has another threaded access point here. This access point is a 3/4 NPT threaded hole, and normally it's for ventilation or for other accessories in a well pump, but it's large enough so that the earth straw, which is 7/8 inches in diameter, can actually fit into that hole. And then when you tighten the 4 bolts, the well seal becomes a gripper because it squishes the rubber in against the earth straw and locks it into place for pumping. We also have an 8-inch well seal, which comes with a gripper, and it operates the same way. It has a few more bolts on top, but it operates exactly the same way. Now, there are a number of wells across the country that have well seals that are made from cast iron. Very, very heavy. Looks a lot like this. They're difficult to remove, and so we have some options for you to be able to install your earth straw on these systems without actually removing the well seal. As long as you have an access hole that's 7/8 of an inch in diameter or larger so that your earth straw can reach water, then we have a way to lock it and hold it in place. This adapter, surface mounting adapter, sits over an available hole. It comes with a drill bit for drilling a hole for a rivet. Once the hole is drilled, you drop the rivet into place and you tap it on the surface, and it actually locks this guy right onto the surface of the well seal, and it has a gripper for loading your earth straw into position for pumping, and it's a lot easier sometimes than actually removing the well seal. Another important accessory that I want to mention to you today is the field shortening kit. You may need this kit if you intend to modify the length of your earth straw in the field. This comes with an extra stop, an aluminum stop. It comes with a hardened steel pin for flaring the stainless steel wire and a replacement bead. It also has a device here for unlocking the pump body from the upper section so that you can take it all apart to enable you to shorten the system. There are many different installation options available for earth straw. It makes the system the most versatile and the easiest to install hand well pump system in the world. And all of this so that you and your family can have water when you need it most.